Hi, this is Noah from screenprintexchange.com, place to discuss and sell your used screen printing equipment. It's free to do, so I also post stuff on there. So this is a unit that came out of M&R or Newark 3041 vacuum exposure system. It's a metal halide unit. If you see it on a video, I usually have it for sale, and that's the case with this one. So we're going to get more complicated as these videos go. This is just going to be the first of it. This board right here is proprietary, meaning M&R had someone make it for them. And you're not going to be able to find this board from any place. It's custom engineered for them. So yeah, you can buy it from me or you can buy it through M&R. So I don't know if they're still making these because they're no longer making a 3041. This might work on other models as well, these two. Depends on, I don't know, we'll see. So here's a Mitsubishi PLC, and they need to be programmed by M&R. Sometimes there's batteries in them, sometimes there's not. I think this one might have a battery inside here, but I don't know. So here's where you program it. There's a circle connector, and I took this off. Usually the battery, open these trays up and they're in there. Might have to take these off, but I don't know. So I took off these covers for the connectors, electrical connectors, just for this case. So this is wired either 110 or 240, up to 240 volts AC. Here's your in. This is 110. The green is the ground, and the N is the neutral. It goes from N here. Line is load. Is 110 volt and green ground. If you notice, this green one goes all the way to this ground. See this? So the power for this thing goes, if we follow the chain, it goes all the way to this power cord, but it also goes to, you see this is like a funny color pink, and it goes to the 110s over here. And these are daisy chained, meaning bing to this one, not this one. And orange is something special. What is orange? Is XO. So, but this one's not connected. And that one controls the fan. These are, I believe, relays or contactors. Relays, contactors, very similar. So they daisy chain these to give it power. And these go all the way to, let me see, where do these go? Orange. And these go to this connector. I did a video on bad connectors, so check that one out too, because that causes a lot of problems. So these relays turn things on and off. So most of these go to the connector or the motors or whatever function is. Fans, vacuum, this one's the main contactor. This is the vacuum pump. This is the fan, like the axial fans. Axial fans are those flat ones that cool down the lamp and exhaust off metal halide smells, whatever. And this is auxiliary, meaning AUX, meaning anything extra. I'm not sure what this one does. So these are all connected to the power supply, except for the orange one, which is the fan. I don't know how that one's wired. So the top part here, usually on a PLC, is for inputs. So, and those all go to the board over here. And I would guess it would go to these and this. This is a sensor for the vacuum motor, see if it's drawing any suction. And if this is broken, it will say you don't have enough air pressure to start the lamp, and then you'll get a fault. That happens all the time. And this is, the hose connects to this, and it actually senses the air pressure. Top one is vacuum from detector, something like that. Second one is auxiliary 2, auxiliary 1, and what is that one? This is a lamp sensor, and it says, this one says from switch, from frame switch. I think this is a safety, meaning that it's like if the vacuum blanket is open, then it will say, oh, the frame is open, the vacuum frame blanket is open, and we need to turn off everything. So I would think that these auxiliary ones would also be safeties, meaning like if the lower cabinets, there's these little safety, magnetic safety things on the lower cabinets. If you're working on them, you take them off, this thing will not work. So, okay. So these connectors, another part, go to the outputs, and those are labeled Y3, Y2, Y1, Y0. And this is controlled by 24 amps, 24 volts DC. This is DC, this is AC. And the bottom ones are the 24 volts. So this is the main one, and they loop them from one to the other. So these are all, this one controls every one of these. So these all have power, 24 volts. Okay, so that's how that works. 24 volts right here, and no, that's 0 volts and 24 volts. Volts plus, no, volts 0. Okay, so you know, this is where you program it, or sometimes you hook up on other PLCs, you hook up an HMI. Where'd I put it? Okay, like this. Like here's an HMI. Like I said, if it's on the video, it's for sale. So, and some of these components you can't find anymore. And there's a connector from here to there, but not on this one. So, but on other ones. So. You'll have to have M&R program these if you lose the battery goes bad. Like I said, usually not on these that they go bad on. So I don't know. Can you get the programs from a third source? Maybe. Hint. Anyhow. So anyhow. That's how this works. This goes to another cluster of wires inside the machine. It's not these, but it connects somehow. So you always want to have the fans working inside your control panels, because electronics do not like to overheat. If you see a lot of lint in here and it's dirty, it doesn't like that either. So you're going to short something out. So anyhow, that's how this works. I'm going to get more into it later and go from there. And make sure that none of the stuff is loose. I used to work on these a lot, and I could make things work without even, flipping switches and stuff. I would jump things and see if things were functioning, but I don't do that anymore. So here's your ground. So that's it. I'm pretty good with these PLCs. And anyhow, saw this before I buy this before I have to get rid of it. There's some gold pins in here as well. It's interesting stuff. But like I said, this is key. You can buy these on, like eBay or whatever, but they'll need to be programmed, like I said. And anyhow, that's it. More videos coming soon. Thank you.